Taking Psilocybe Cubensis mushrooms, either microdosing or having a full-blown experience, connects you to this profound realization how everything is connected and how the most insignificant things in your life is a culmination of all the lifetimes that you had. And so it brings you to the present moment in a very powerful way so that you can live your life powerfully. Microdosing is for people who have no experience with the Psilocybe Cubensis magic mushroom medicine. And so they want to explore their unconscious or subconscious world little by little, expand the awareness a little step at a time, instead of just diving in and learning how to swim by being thrown in this ocean of your internal world. So microdosing is like a little safe steps so that you can explore your internal paths, psychological, your soul paths. And you can, of course, increase the doses starting from 0.2 gram to half a gram, and then gradually, as you feel more comfortable with your own being, you can go deeper and deeper, and the medicine will guide you to most amazing places. So microdosing is also good for people who want to expand their consciousness, open their heart, open their mind, and at the same time not without tripping, so that you can work and be productive and be capable of having a busy day, but still with that feeling of open heart and mind. Microdosing, the studies have been showing that microdosing dramatically improve creativity, self-awareness, and awareness of the world around you, the nature, the elements, so you feel very connected. At the same time, it opens your third eye, crown chakra, dilutes it, so you have a stronger connection to your higher self. So it's easier for you to channel information, to channel inspiration, and then create from this more expansive vision or feeling of the world. Psilocybin mushrooms are a wonderful natural medicine for people who want to alleviate depression, anxiety, PTSD, like this internal violence, crime, poverty, chronic diseases that are based on certain repetitive unconscious patterns. And for people who really want to understand and truly remember who they are. Because honestly, the pandemic of this world right now is forgetfulness. We forget who we are, we forget our soul purpose, we forget why we were born in this reality, and then we suffer, and then we have this pain. So mushrooms, amazingly, open you up to the bigger, higher knowledge. They open you to a bigger love. All the diseases, all the anxiety, all the crime, all the poverty is a lack of self-love, is lack of understanding who you truly are, that beautiful creature of love and light. And so nature gave us that tool to remind ourselves, to find ourselves again. And I truly believe that this new wave of legalization and understanding this medicine on on the level of pharmaceutical companies will lead our way to global enlightenment. Microdosing means that you're taking smaller doses than a whole-blown heroic dose of about 5 grams per like ordinary person. If you're a bigger guy, or you know, if you're a large person, you need more. If you're smaller, you need less. But this Psilocybe Cubensis mushroom is exactly 1 gram. So about 2 hours ago, I took half. And as you see, it doesn't really, I feel good. I usually feel good because I meditate every day. So it doesn't really affect me that much, but I do feel this extra expansion in my heart and just more awareness of everything. But microdosing is usually 0.2 grams. So you would take only like quarter of the mushroom. And both Steinmetz recommend, and other specialists recommend taking them 4 days a week, and then taking 3 days off. If you want to have a real trip, then watch my video called How to Trip on Magic Mushrooms with Anya, Deva. I give a really in-depth description of what to expect during the trip, and also how to arrange everything, how to prepare your journey, what sacraments to use, how to create a sacred space, and how to handle this sometimes overpowering emotions that you will be experiencing. Another video I would recommend to watch is Father Who Arts in Heaven. And this was based on my experience on having a DMT, which was followed immediately by about 3.5 grams of mushrooms. It was profound experience. When we talk about taking a natural medicine that you can find in nature for free, that is not coming in a form of a pill, which is perfectly sized, exactly the same for every person, same dose for every person, we kind of like disconnect ourselves from really understanding how our body works. And we put all that trust into the doctors, into the pharmaceutical industry. When you take a medicine from nature, you begin to reconnect to the awareness of your own body. You begin to listen to the responses of your body to the medicine, and therefore you begin to attune, or you begin to tune in that beautiful instrument of this physical body that you hear, that you acquired as a gift from the Mother Earth, so that you can exist in this reality and enjoy this wonderful planet and your friends and the amazing food and other things. So you can play with the dosages. You can start with 0.2 gram and see how your body responds. Lots of people asking me, how much should I take? And I tell you, everyone is different. So begin with a small one, see how you react, and then maybe you want to make it bigger. Maybe now you have courage to go deeper. Maybe you want a little bit less. Maybe you wanted to take a break, or maybe you're ready to dive in to this big experience, like from the 3rd or 4th time that you introduce yourself to the medicine. And also here you learn to reverence the sacred medicine, to really take it with the gratitude, connecting to the spirit of the plant and asking it for healing and for guidance. And I speak about this in my video, How to Trip on Magic Mushrooms. Remember where aspirin came from. It came from the bark of the willow tree. So not from the standardized, little pills in a plastic bottle. So people used to come to the willow tree and ask it for healing, and ask it if they can harvest the bark and make a medicine. And so shamans used to do that. So the spirit of the whole of that plant will be assisting you in your healing. So imagine how deep and how tremendous that healing would take place. It not only happening on chemical level, it's not only chemistry or biochemistry. There are so many other energies involved. There is consciousness involved in this healing process. And one threat that I see that would come with the pharmaceutical industry taking over psilocybin, just like they took over willow bark, aspirin, is that it became very impersonal, and eventually it became synthetic. And so the whole connection, the whole sacrament of healing was lost. Because the act of healing exists besides the person and the chemical. It exists on its own. It's its own world of healing. It's its own energy. So connecting the vortex of healing is what produces the most profound healing on the deepest level. And so connecting with the natural medicine from nature allows you to heal so much deeper. It allows you to heal and completely erase all these deep traumas, which all stem from blocking the love of God. Paul Stamets recommends to take psilocybin mushrooms, microdosing, together with lion's mane mushroom, just because the active ingredient in lion's mane, which is myelin, regenerates the sheath of the nerve, so it makes it stronger. And psilocybin promotes the nerve growth, so it makes regenerates the nerves. It makes them longer and more viable. So between two, you get stronger and longer and healthier neurosystem. So this is called Neurogenesis. So people with Alzheimer's disease, for example, or people who are stuck in the same patterns of unconscious thinking, the psilocybin will help them to create new connections in the brain. So basically you begin to use your brain in a more effective way. And the potential of the brain, scientists cannot tap in all that lies within us because it's infinity. Many people ask me if the mushroom tastes terrible because someone told him it tastes awful. That is not true. The mushroom tastes just like dried mushroom. And if you really want to mask any flavor, I don't know why, I think you really wanted to taste the medicine, but if you don't, then you can take it with a piece of dark chocolate and maybe some peanut butter, and that's going to taste like chocolate and peanut butter. Another reason, big reason to try microdosing, to take psilocybin, is because the studies show that it helps you to cut the drug addictions. And in the era of opioid crisis, where so many deaths of young people are caused by overdosing of opioids, basically they take opioids to reduce that emotional, unbearable pain that they're in, blocking that love of themselves, the love of creation. And they're trying to numb that pain with opioids because it's powerful pain killing. Same thing with alcohol, by the way. Alcoholics, it's the same type of reason for alcoholics. It's feeling these terrible emotions and not feeling the love for themselves. So psilocybin is amazingly effective in helping people to get off these drugs. There are myriads of clinical studies in the universities around the world are going on right now, testing the psilocybin for different disabilities. And FDA has been testing the drug, and they came to a conclusion that there is no safer drug with such a dramatic healing effects. For the conclusion of the video, I want to read you a testimonial from my friend, lady in her late 60s, who never tried mushrooms before and who just recently tried to do microdosing. And with her permission, I want to share this with you. So she took 0.2 gram at 12 noon, day 1. After an hour, felt enhanced clarity and balance in thinking and emotions. Immense gratitude for the moment. Not so much for the blessings of many things, but more for me. I realized I didn't express much gratitude for me. I felt like I had more oxygen in my brain. Really calm in my parasympathetic nervous system. No anxiety, no fear-producing thoughts or emotions of anger. Just felt very grounded in my self-reflection. I pray to this medicine for my healing. Day 2. Something has shifted. This morning I have noticed I have no blanket of heaviness on my chest and in my thinking. My energy is calm, it's easy to breathe. No fight or flight responses to life. Clear and focused. My ability to stay focused is greater and energy level more consistent. My creativity is through the roof. Had an interesting experience with ping pong, she says. My parents told me my game suddenly has greatly improved. One even asked me if I took some super pill, LOL. And then she also mentioned that I can see that my mother, who suffers from Alzheimer's disease, is enveloped in deep pain. And so with this clarity, you can understand what's happening with you, with your pain. You can relieve it. But you also can see, having more expanded heart and mind, how others suffer. And so the understanding and connection to others will make you, give you more compassion. And you can perhaps gently navigate other people through their healing process. And so taking Psilocybe Cubensis not only heals you, but it turns you into a healer. Now you can also help others. And that is a beautiful gift that we can offer to others. Because truly, by seeing each other as one, we can all heal on the global scale. And so with these words, I want to leave you in the light and the love of Infinite Creator. Namaste.